It's time for some hoops at the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. The New York Knicks come into this one after a win against the Nets. And what a fight they put up. Great resilience to storm back down the stretch.
And boy, how they were able to come back in the fourth quarter of that game. Being down as much as they were made it a really special win.
Here are the starters for Montreal. Zhang is out there with Ilyasova. Then it's Green, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point. And so it's Montreal now.
And Derrick Rose said when he first attempted to come back from his injuries, he was playing revenge basketball. Now he just seems so much more at ease.
Yeah, I agree, GA. I'll tell you, he still has that competitive spirit in him. Yes, check that off. I think now he's just happier to be able to play the basketball injury-free. And to see his teammates and the league respond when he had that 50-point game, people were really, generally happy for Derrick Rose.
Now here's Rose. Quickly. Oh, good on the triple. Outside, Green. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. Quickly, Dinwiddie covering. Barrett inside the three-point line. And Robinson is right there.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
And it's Rose. This time the assist from Robinson. Rose has got his second basket of the game.
This is why Derrick Rose is considered one of the best at his position. He is not afraid of going down low.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the New York Knicks. Robinson up top. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Tremendous vision D. Rose has. Always finding ways to make an impact.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. The Knicks off to a quick start here. It's a three-point game. And the rejection by Zhang. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zhang. And the Knicks making a change here. Brooks is checked in. And then for Montreal, Roby's checked in. And Brooks subbed in for Danny Green. And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile one block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good points. Randall with the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The three. Roby can't hit. The Knicks leading by 3. Barrett with the bounce pass. Rose passes to Burks. Brooks against Rose. Back to Burks. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got 6.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Burks against Rondo. Randall kicks to Rose. "15 seconds left in the first quarter. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. The basket good off the assist from Moutier.
Burks is really good at picking his spots from outside when he's on the floor. A highly efficient shooter.
Rondo's shot is good.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Well, this is his game. Be proactive offensively, put the defense back on his heels.
And so it's New York. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
On the court right now for Montreal, they've got Jackson. Also, Rajon Rondo out there, and it's Roby in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow!
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Last season, during the hiatus, the Knicks did a retrospective of Linsanity. You remember that stretch in 2012. Jeremy Lin took the league by storm. He said he was floored to be recognized in such a fashion. And for New Yorkers who are going through so much, it was a chance to reminisce about some pleasant surprises. Guys?
Great, David. Thank you.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the thing that stood out for me last year about Moutier, his shot selection was much improved.
It was, GA, a career high from the field. He was solid also from 3. Still, he needs to clean up that turnover category, but we have to remember, he is still very young despite how long we've been talking about him.
And first time out of the game called for Montreal.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the New York Knicks. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
Moutier against Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, obviously, we're early on here. We already have seen some second-year players looking much more improved over their rookie year.
I mean, if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. And listen, the fact that you now gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you can do out on the floor. I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year, and you go into the offseason with specific goals and areas where you want to improve.
You think there's more growth between your first and second year than any other 2 years in your career?
You can make that case, no doubt about it, because that's you're still thinking you can be one of the all-time greats no matter who you are at that stage, and so you tend to put in a little more emphasis in terms of improvement.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Nerlens Noel, and it's Rose in for Emmanuel Moutier.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Stolen by Jackson, and here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Kept alive. They kick it out to Green from deep three-point range, and another 3 for Montreal.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
1:06 left to play here in the half.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Lets the 3 fly. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. Now the basket Poole. Lets it go with the 3. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Shooting much better this quarter than last. You can see his confidence growing.
Stolen away. Now Montreal moving it up. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And now just a 5-point New York lead. Rose passes to Robinson. Jackson against Rose. Over Ilyasova. And the Knicks good for two.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Ilyasova can't hit. Fast break. Here we go. Pulls up for three. And again, New York with the triple.
Not lacking confidence, this is for sure. Rose enjoys catching and firing like this.
And that does it for the first half of play. New York ahead, leading by 10. And we'll be back right.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports. New York holding the upper hand after the first two quarters. They lead by 10. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Kind of like what Rose has done in this one so far.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then it's Rose. Then it's R.J. Barrett. That's the 5 for New York right now. The Knicks leading by 10. Here is Rose. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
It's hard to try to stop D. Rose. When he's committed to scoring, get out of his way.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition. And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Ilyasova. Here's Rose. He's got 11. You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. A pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Noel's checked in for Robinson. Toppin comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Moutier in for Derrick Rose.
Rondo can make that pull-up jumper if you give him enough room.
New York leading by 8. Pass to Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Dinwiddie kicks to Rondo. Back to Dinwiddie. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for New York. They've led by as many as 14 points. Brooks outside. From downtown, knocks down the 3-ball. Brooks has got his second basket of the night.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And the layup's good off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 9.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Dinwiddie. And it's out of bounds to Montreal. They'll retain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at New York. Right now they're in 7th in the conference, looking to build on their record.
And right now for the Knicks, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now that's where they are.
I thought this might happen. Confidence can take you a long way, but you also have to have the talent to back it up.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's gone 50% from the field, 3 of 6. New York calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Burks, he's checked in for the Knicks. Rose comes in for Emmanuel Mudiay. The Knicks leading by 8. Rose surveying the D. Bank shot, no good.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Here's Dinwiddie. And another 3 for Montreal.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
This is when they need it the most. So they're so close to evening this game up.
Barrett, no good.
You know, he was looking for revenge, trying to match shots from distance.
A putback. It's good on the putback. And now just a 3-point New York lead.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Rose. A sweet little floater. Rose has got 13.
Derrick Rose, against the defense, surprised him a little bit with that floating jump shot.
Launches it. Roby can't hit. Shoots from 14. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Three-pointer, Brooks. Here's Brissett. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Knicks lead by 5. And now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. On the court right now for Montreal, we've got Ilyasova. He's out there with Green, and it's Brissett in at the 5. And Montreal making a change here. Zhang's checked in. The Knicks leading by 7. And here's Burks. Robinson passes to Burks. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got 3 assists tonight.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Connects from 3-point range.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And that's back-to-back threes, but D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And Randall throws it down.
If you let Julius Randle get to the rim, this is what you can expect.
From deep. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Green.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
But he gets it back. Dinwiddie's checked in for Montreal. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. Offensive rebound, Randall. Robinson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Poole. It's stolen by Green. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Takes the 3. No good that time. Now the Knicks take it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. Knocks it loose and stolen by Jang. It's stolen by Barrett. Brooks checked in for Green. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. He gets that one. That's 10 points for Julius Randle.
One thing we knew Randle could do entering the league, finish inside through contact.
Montreal calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Derrick Rose.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Montreal's head coach talked to his team during that timeout. He told them this is gut check time. This is when it gets real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
It's Barrett on the wing. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Ilyasova inside the line. It's rebounded by New York.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
When it comes to addressing his weaknesses, the right hand, the range, Randle has put in the work. Good job. Want to keep fueling that lead. Make your free throws.
Money! And now they trail by just 4.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
You know, when you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry, but it can go the other way as well.
And Barrett gets it to go.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. He kicks it to Rose. From the arc. New York now working with the new shot clock. Here's Randle. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And it's a 9-point New York lead. Shot from the inbound. And it's good off the back rim and in.
The defense late to react. A beautiful play we just saw.
So it's New York picking up the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to.